I hope everyone's enjoying their day so far. I was blessed to help serve Thanksgiving dinner with City Impact yesterday. City Impact is a huge blessing to the community, and I think we were able to serve 85 people yesterday. So that's awesome and amazing. What a blessing to be able to have a Thanksgiving meal for people that wouldn't have had any other place to go on Thanksgiving. I met a couple of new ladies that were from different churches and another family that was invited by our dear Michelle Homrich. So it was a blessing meeting some new people from the community. And of course, I invited them to come to church with us on Saturday night. I love how City Impact has church on Saturday night because then the people that go to other churches can still join us. But another reason I love Saturday night service is because, excuse me, when I was lost and broken and trying to quit bad habits, it would have been nice if I would have had a place to go on a Saturday night. And now there is a place for people that are struggling to go instead of going out. I also love how inviting our church is to everyone that walks through the doors. Because our job as a church is to show the love and light of Jesus. And yes, even when we don't agree with certain things. But if we continue showing the lost the love and light of Jesus, we'll be able to change lives because they'll want to find what we've found. Do you realize how important it is to be the love and light of Jesus wherever your feet are? You can't just be loving and kind at church or at your business or at your Christian friends' homes. You have to show the love and light of Jesus everywhere you go. Because if you're not doing what you're called to do. We're called to live a life set apart. And when we don't live our life set apart, we aren't doing anything more than the pagans do. And that's in the Word. We're told in Matthew 5:45 to 48. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? And if you greet only your brother, what are you doing more than the others? Do not even the pagans do that? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. You're probably wondering, how can you be perfect? And in character in this world, we cannot be flawless, but we can aspire to be as much like Christ as possible. We can separate ourselves from living in the world by being devoted to God's desires and not our own. We should be growing toward maturity and wholeness, just like a baby, a child, a teenager, and an adult grow. God expects us to grow in our spiritual development and not stay the same. We're not to just read the word, but we are to hold to the teachings in it. And that's the way we can live our lives, like it says in Matthew 5:48, which says, be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. So make sure you're living your life Christ-like everywhere you go, and make sure you're acting as Jesus wants you to, which is loving your enemies and praying for the people that persecute you. We won't be liked in this world when we follow God's ways, but we aren't to follow or agree with people that follow the ways of the world. We're to follow Jesus so we can bring people to Jesus by the way we live our lives and represent him by being the love and light everywhere we go. So if you're professing to be a child of God, act like a child of God all the time. And yes, even when you don't feel like it. Straight from God through Dawn Marie. Love you all and have a blessed rest of your day.